Hi, how are you? This is Mohammad Nadeem Murtaza, CEO of Anglophile English Learning Center. I've been an English language instructor, debater, and communicator for about 12 years. Today I would like to share with you 6 basics of how to make effective communication. Before I present them to you, I would like to talk about significance of learning English as a second language. Did you know more than 1 billion people are learning English as a second language right now? And English language teachers all over the world are making it possible by helping these learners to be successful at a school, college, university, at work, and in the rest of their lives. You can say that English is not only an international language, it is the language of modern science. The world has established this fact. English is the language of science, commerce, arts, politics, and tourism today. English is everywhere. The world communicates in English. If you truly want to be successful in this technology-driven century, you need English as a tool to survive and to rise above the problems with your head held up high. You have plenty of hindrances on your way. No matter you're in academic or professional life, all of these stumbling blocks can be converted into stepping stones by being a proficient talker. You can make your dreams and wishes come true. You can turn your visualizations into reality by improving your communication skills. I've seen many individuals, they have professional degrees, they have the skills, but they are not successful because they are not good talker. I can tell you one thing confidently: the world is yours if you are a terrifically effective communicator. Now I want to share with you those 6 cardinal rules. This is the question I'm often asked by the students studying English as a second language at Anglophile English Learning Center, school, college, universities, or the professionals. Now, here we go with those 6 basic tips. Tip number 1. Grammar. If you're good at grammatical structures and their usage, it enables you to be a flawless communicator. You can't afford to breach the basics. You can't afford to drop a break in the contemplations you make. It might make you a laughing stock. You could find yourself in an embarrassing situation. The best way to be away from the possibilities of making silly mistakes is to consult good grammar books. Tip number 2 is reading. If you're a smooth and good reader, you could be a good talker. Make sure that you read every day, at least for half an hour. Any of the stuffs you have available, pick it up from the shelf and start reading it out loudly. Through reading, you get multiple benefits. Benefit number 1 you get from reading is you get to know many of the vocabularies you don't know. Sometimes you get stuck, you get frustrated, you get desperate because of not knowing vocabularies. Reading helps you to know more and more vocabularies, technical, non-technical, jargons, all these words you could be equipped with if you get into the habit of reading. Sometimes you get sick of by looking up the meanings of the words in the dictionary again and again. It becomes diabolical. You can get rid of it by getting yourself involved into the reading practice every day. It's just like a breakfast. Make it a habit that before you take breakfast, you read. Now, the benefit number 2 you get from reading is that you get to know plenty of grammatical structures you haven't studied in the grammar books. So, reading helps you to pile up vocabularies. Reading helps you to know grammatical structures. Tip number 3 is listening. If you're a good listener, you're a good learner. And if you're a good learner, you're a good talker. So make sure that you listen to the people, those who speak in an accented English in particular, and you can make the most of the technological advancement the world has made today, such as internet. Plenty of websites of the resources you may find on internet. If you listen to those video clips, you improve your listening comprehension. Or you can watch movies or the news channels on your TV. So the day I listen more, I learn more. Tip number 4 is mirror practice. Mirror practice is a lovely practice. It comes in handy if you want to develop your non-verbal communication. How devastating it is if you fail to convince the audience knowledge you have, everything you have, but you lack your body language. You feel you lack everything in your life if you're not good at your body language. So you can develop your body language by looking at the image you have in front of the mirror, and do this practice every day. In the morning, after having breakfast. You feel great when you talk to your image. You may not find the people around appreciating you for doing it if you don't feel comfortable while talking to the people, you can do this practice by talking to yourself in front of a mirror. It helps you to know more and more about how you look like at the time you produce your ideas. It helps you to get to know your choreography. It helps you to have a perfect eye contact with your audience. Now, tip number 5 is speaking. If you want to be a good speaker, you got to speak all the time. In the same way, if you want to be a good driver, you got to drive. If you want to be a good singer, you got to sing. If you want to be a good cricketer, you got to do practice by batting or fielding or bowling. In the same way, if you want to be a good conversationalist, you have to speak all the time. Don't expect anybody will step down from the heaven to make you speak or talk. Try and talk to yourself if anybody around doesn't take interest in talking to you. Tip number 6 is WH words. Try to be the friends of these 6 WH words. They help you a lot to break the ice. They help you to initiate your conversation. They are what, who, where, how, when, and why. You can begin your conversation by asking, what do you do? Where do you live? How do you get to your work? How much time does it take? All these WH words come in handy at the time when you want to break the ice. I'm sure by following these 6 cardinal rules of how to make effective communication, you can be a good talker. I believe talking is like playing a golf, driving a car, or owning a store. The more you do it, better you get at it, and the more fun you have doing it. Enjoy your talks as much as you can. Then you can make the people enjoy about what you're saying. I'll be here in the next episode with something else. Till then, goodbye. Take good care of yourself.